All right, guys. So in today's video, I'm going to be rating and ranking Jeff Nippard's special lean bulking diet. And I've never seen this video before, but I know Jeff Nippard promotes a bullshit diet, and it does not work, and it's not healthy, and it's not good for average people. If you've been lifting for 12 years, like he has, okay, maybe you can get jacked over 12 fucking years. But I've been lifting for 3 years. I've seen this transformation, and I'm going to be going over why this diet that he's preaching will not get you high test, will not get you jacked, will not get you shredded, and it's not actually healthy for you to eat. So without further ado, let's jump into his full day of eating. You know, he has 8 million subscribers, so let's go. I heard he's being bullshit. Oh my god. He's 5'6".
All right, what is going on, guys? So today I'm going to take you through a full day.
By the way, he's 5'6", 160. I am 6'5", 205.
What my macro targets are going to be for today. I've got 225 grams of protein, 75 grams of fat, and 300 grams of carbs. And that will give me an...
Guys, when people eat high carb, low fat, high protein, your hormones tank. You need saturated fat and cholesterol to get in vitamins and minerals, to get in, cholesterol to boost your testosterone, because cholesterol is the building block of testosterone. So I can already tell from these macro ratios that he's going to be not getting in a lot of vitamins and minerals, a lot less cholesterol, and it's going to tank his hormones.
Approximate caloric target of 2,800 calories per day. A couple months ago, I was more around the 2,600, and over the next 3 or 4 months...
Guys, calories and macros are kind of made up by doctors and by the government. They're kind of made up numbers. I care more about quality over quantity. I like these Whole Foods over here, so it's a good sign. Kiwis and banana. But guys, I'd rather you eat more or less of quality food than perfect bullshit processed food. The quality is going to matter a million times more than the quantity.
As high as
protein does speed up your metabolism and make you more shredded, but if he's eating low quality protein, it's not really going to work.
0.4 high for effect than carbs or fats. Protein intakes have been repeatedly shown in the scientific literature to be safe for bone health, the kidneys. And then I set my fats at around 20. I don't always, and I have going to do that. Scrambled eggs, some turkey bacon,
wait.
Some goat cheese.
Wait, so he's not eating the egg yolks where all the vitamins and minerals and all the cholesterol is. What? Guys, never eat egg whites. Just egg whites. You need to be eating the whole egg. Look at lions and tigers. Look at snakes. They eat the fucking eggs. Why the fuck are you just eating the egg whites? All the cholesterol and all the vitamins are in the fucking yolk. Your test is going to crash if you're not eating the fucking whole egg.
Cheese on the eggs.
Okay, pasteurized cheese, guys. Pasteurized cheese with no bioavailable nutrients, no bioavailable protein. Enzymes are destroyed. Vitamins and minerals are destroyed. You should never.
Of course, do that every morning. And
plus, the cows from most pasteurized milk are fed corn and soy, and there's pesticides on the corn and soy. So you're going to get pesticides, corn and soy fed dairy. You're going to be inflamed. You're going to be fat. Your metabolism is going to slow down.
And what else? Oh, and some hash browns, or potato patties.
Potato patties, guys. I guarantee that there is seed oils in those. You should not be eating processed food at all. You're going to be inflamed from eating this diet. Oh, yeah, lean bulk, seed oils make you fat, pasteurized dairy will make you fat.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Probably either corn syrup or cane sugar or fake sweeteners. Terrible. No cholesterol, seed oils. Oh, turkey.
How about you? That looks like a good breakfast to me.
It doesn't look like a good breakfast to me, bro. It doesn't look like a good breakfast to me because you're eating corn and soy fed turkey, bro, with pesticides on the corn and soy. So basically, guys, corn and soy fed monogastric animals with one stomach, like chickens, like turkeys, like pigs, when they eat corn and soy, the fat becomes high in omega-6s, which makes the fat inflammatory, which basically means you're eating seed oils. Plus, if it's not organic, which I don't think it was.
People always give me a hard time for this breakfast. They're like,
oh,
why?
And we're putting microplastics on the fucking food.
Why are you eating those foods? Why the hash browns? And most of it for this meal, which I like to do because I like to partition my carbs more around the workout and later in the day. So guys, I'm gonna put the macros.
Okay. We got a kiwi. If you're eating the skin of the kiwi and it's not organic, you're getting tons of pesticides. But let's look at this. Okay, egg whites, at least it's whole foods, but you're missing the yolks. Pasteurized cheese, which has no nutrients, empty carbs, and empty fats, empty calories. Bullshit sauce. All sauces are basically bullshit. Seed oil potatoes, probably not organic, with more pesticides. And then I don't know if this is processed. I'm assuming it is, but just like turkey. Turkey is such a low quality meat. Never would want to eat that.
for this meal up here on the screen. You guys can pause if you want to check it out. And also I'll have 2 fish oil capsules.
Fish oil is basically like seed oils. You should just be getting your vitamins from beef and eggs. Don't need seed oils.
And 3, well, it's actually just 1 serving of a multivitamin. I do.
Guys, eggs are the best multivitamin. They have every vitamin and mineral except potassium and vitamin C, I think. So if you eat fruits with vitamin C and potassium and then you eat a bunch of eggs, you don't need bullshit multivitamins. Like, why would you go with synthetic powder that's mass produced in a factory over whole foods? Like, why would you go for the more processed shit? When America introduced processed foods, that's when the obesity rates and all these health problem rates have just spiked. So it's like, why would you go for more processed shit? Especially when you're like a millionaire like this guy. Like, why the fuck are you eating like low quality, like brokey food?
Try to have 1 or 2 servings of fatty fish per week, but I don't always follow through on that. So I just take 2 of these just to be safe. And I think of a multivitamin kind of as like a nutritional insurance. I think you should always try to.
If you just fucking eat lots of eggs and lots of red meat, you're basically getting all the vitamins and minerals. They're the most 2 nutrient-dense foods that are best for muscle growth, best for your hormones, and best for longevity. I don't know why you wouldn't eat them.
Max out your whole food options first, and if you do a good job with that, you probably don't need them.
And why are you eating fucking bacon, sauce, and fucking hash browns?
Multivitamin. I like a quote from Alan Aragon. He says, "A poor diet with a multivitamin is still a poor diet."
That's true. I mean, you shouldn't even be eating multivitamins anyway.
But I think in the case of athletes, where it's really common to have nutrient deficiencies, it does make sense to supplement with a multivitamin for no
Or it just makes sense to eat whole foods.
Real downside. So anyway, that's why I do that. I'm gonna dig in, enjoy this meal, and I'll catch up with you guys in the next one. All right, guys, up next, we're gonna be doing our pre-workout meal. Now, I would say the pre-workout meal is
what is this shit? Wow. Guys, if you saw how these things are made in a factory, bro, you would throw up. Like, oh, this yellow container. Like, oh my God, it's like shit, bro.
Most important meal of the day, because ultimately it's
corn, soy fed chicken. No, same thing as turkey. Pesticides, high in omega-6s, inflammatory, low quality dog food.
It's going to be responsible for fueling your training, which is what's going to drive your body recomposition.
Okay. Let's just break this down real quick. So we got non-organic blueberries, which are part of the Dirty Dozen. The Dirty Dozen is the group of fruits that have the most pesticides. Ones where you eat the skin, like apples, berries, whatever else, where you eat the skin. Basically, that's the part of the Dirty Dozen where you're going to be pesticide saturated. And then banana's fine, honestly. Banana's a good thing. It is a high glycemic fruit, so it's good for bulking. But you're not getting the pesticides because it's on the outside of the skin. You throw the skin away, so it's a good choice. But besides that, I mean, bro, Miracle Whip, it has seed oils and corn syrup and cornstarch. It's like just gonna destroy your gut. That's fucking terrible. Mustard, this one has like citric acid and fake flavors in it, but besides that, it's not that bad. Besides being in a plastic container, like there's gonna be microplastics in these, especially because it's a liquid. Like solid foods that are microplastics, like these berries, you're not really gonna get many microplastics. But if there's a liquid just sitting there, you know how water like erodes stone, like liquid just sitting on the plastic is going to erode some of it into the liquid. We got seed oil bread with pesticides, I'm assuming. Doesn't even look organic. It's ancient, but enriched flour that's going to, spike your blood sugar shit ton. Pesticides, grains, seeds on the end, I think. It looks like shit. We got pasteurized cheese, which is pasteurized. It's going to destroy your gut. No micronutrients, just empty fat. And then we got spinach, which has lots of defense chemicals.
Forward. So I would say for most of the other meals, the actual
and they have oxalates, which will disrupt your thyroid and lower your testosterone.
Timing of the meals isn't so important, but for the pre-workout meal, that's one that I definitely would pay much more attention to. All right, so guys, for the pre-workout meal, I've got a chicken sandwich.
I mean, besides this is pure bullshit. Bread, low-quality chicken, cheese, and fucking spinach, all bullshit.
Which here, I've got some fresh chicken breast, some shredded cheese, mayo, some spinach.
That's mayo, brother. Seed oils and corn syrup. I looked up the ingredients. Look up the ingredients, guys, if you don't believe me. But spinach. Like if you're in the wild and you see some of this lying on the grass in your backyard, are you gonna think that you're gonna eat that? Like if you're a wild human with no sort of nutrition advice or education, you see this lying on the ground in a pile of leaves, are you gonna think, oh, that's a whole food source that I want to eat? No, it tastes like fucking leaves. Why would humans eat that, bro? It's just a psyop.
And a little bit of mustard on some Ancient Grains bread, which is my favorite bread. And then I've also got...
Not even organic.
Got 100 grams of blueberries over here, and I'm gonna have a banana to go along with that. So for the pre-workout
It's just sad people think that this shit's healthy, but it's really not. Like, the whole sandwich is just terrible.
meal, I recommend a soft minimum of 1 gram of carbs per kilogram of body weight. So for me, that amounts to about 75 grams of carbs. And you also want to prioritize choosing carb sources that are going to utilize multiple transporters for absorption. Yorn Tromelin was nice.
You don't want to use fucking protein fats. I mean, there's not much fat here. It's just mainly protein and carbs. But you don't want... Protein takes a lot to digest right before the workout. Like, you just want basically pure carbs before the workout.
Enough to send me
Like raw honey, a banana, and dates are good. But fucking meat, you don't want to eat meat right before the gym.
copy of his PhD fructose to fuel performance, as they use different intestinal transporters for
Yeah, so if you eat like raw honey plus fruit, you're gonna get pumped as fuck.
absorption. So the simplest
And there's no processed ingredients, no pesticides, and no bullshit.
way to do this is to just
And there's
combine
vitamins.
a starchy carb source like bread with fruit source. One fruit source. Got 46 grams of biased from the workout. Sipping on my pre-workout.
Oh, pre-workout with stevia, sucralose, artificial food dyes. That's gonna give you cancer. Wow, why can't you just have energy and just eat the carbs for the pump? And if you need energy, just drink more black coffee. You have to understand that synthetic caffeine is different than natural caffeine. Natural caffeine comes from coffee beans. Synthetic caffeine's like chemically mass produced in a fucking factory, which is way worse for you.
And I'll try to time that to be about 30 minutes before
Yeah, like
my first working set in a perfect. Let it digest a little bit. 2 minutes into the workout, and at this point is usually when I'll have my intra-workout nutrition. Now, I wouldn't say an intra-workout feeding is mandatory, but I would advise it under any of the following 5 circumstances. So the first one is you're really trying to optimize your training diet and you don't want to wait longer. So it's been 3 minutes to fuzzy So the main idea is you want to have a fast digesting carb source just for continued energy.
There's a reason he sounds like a fucking like a little gremlin, bro. Eat some candy pre-workout; it'll make you healthy and live long.
Through the workout, and as a general rule,
Okay, corn syrup, artificial food dyes, which cause cancer and ADHD, synthetic ingredients, cane sugar. It's gonna age your body, make you inflamed, make you die sooner. Just eat some fucking dates. Bring some dates, raw honey, or banana to the gym, and that's way better off. And you're not gonna be consuming processed bullshit.
you want to have about a half a gram of carb in just for a liquid carbs. A few of those throughout the rest of the workout. And that's really all there is to it. Sometimes I'll go for a liquid carb source, fuzzy peaches. We're gonna have our post
Going back to the fucking quality over quantity, bro. You should not be eating low quality food. That's low quality. You could be eating dates or banana or fruit.
workout meal. Now, whenever I finish up a workout, my appetite isn't the strongest, and so I don't really try to rush to get.
His appetite's not the strongest because he's filling his stomach with fucking bullshit food that has no nutrients and just sits in his gut, like fucking, pasteurized cheese, the bread, like they're just sitting in your fucking gut.
Protein in as quickly as possible. My rule for timing your nutrients post-workout is that it's much less urgent than pre-workout. Like I said earlier, I think pre-workout's the most important meal. For the post-workout meal, I think you should try to get some protein in as quickly as you conveniently can. So if that means slamming a shake after your workout, perfect.
A shake with pasteurized dairy and sucralose. Wow.
That's great. If you don't have much of an appetite like me, it's perfectly fine if you wait until you get home and have a meal. And I would say, according to the best evidence that we have on this, the general
Yeah, I mean, guys, if you think of animals in the wild, like they just eat whenever they can. So it's good to split it up, especially if you're lean bulking. Like you want to get in as much food as you can, but after a workout's definitely ideal. If you have to wait a little bit, it's not that big of a deal. It's not that deep.
recommendation is to not space your pre and post workout meals by more than 4 to 5 hours. So for me, if 5, muscle go back like a quick and easy snack.
Whoa, what the fuck are you eating, my boy?
More or less, like I said, I don't have like my biggest meal.
Oh my god,
post-workout.
the oats.
But I do like to have something. Should I weigh this out?
Guys, weigh it out, bro, even though it's bullshit ass food.
Yeah, that should be 1 serving of oats. This is select protein for oats. Now, you don't need to use this kind of protein powder, but I like it.
You shouldn't use that type of protein powder. Protein powder plus oats is a gut destroyer. I used to eat this shit in college all the time. I was inflamed, I had acne, I was bloated, my stomach would hurt like a motherfucker. I would take massive shits, I would clog the toilet. Bro, pasteurized dairy with fake sweeteners. It's a powder, guys. Why would you go towards more powders when you can just eat whole foods? Like, oh yeah, just because calories and macros are made up by some people who write textbooks, that means I have to choose that over whole foods. It's like, bro, if all the macros and shit you're saying is right, then why are the majority of people fat? You can ChatGPT, what's the perfect macros for someone my height, weight, and age? And everyone's fucking fat, bro. It's because people are eating low quality food, even though their macros are good. Doesn't fucking matter. And you're eating oats with phytic acid covered in pesticides that destroy your gut microbiome and will make you inflamed. Like, bro, this is a literal gut destroyer. Pasteurized dairy, bro. Oh my god, it's so buns. It's powder, guys. Why wouldn't you eat fucking a whole food like an egg or a piece of meat?
Because it does mix really well, and it's also a whey casein blend. I actually like blended proteins post-workout. According to one of my favorite books on nutrition of all time, workout may have a benefit compared to the iceberg here, but I'll just kind of mix that together.
I guarantee you're not shredded or ripped.
So I'll stick this in the microwave for a minute. So anyway, here are the total macros for that meal. We've got 34 grams of protein.
Bro, that looks like dog food, bro. That's like peasant food. Why aren't you eating a fucking ribeye?
4 grams of fat and 25 grams of carbs.
Oh my god,
I a little lower after training. I tend to, simple adherence purposes, I'll have a little bit lower carb intake post-workout. So yeah, I'm gonna finish up this meal and I have another meal. So it's kind of interesting because now my appetite is really starting to pick up that it's later in the day. This is always when I get the hungriest, is around like between 6 to 10 p.m. So I'm gonna have a huge meal right now. So this is a big Tupperware full of chili.
Chili and microplastics. I mean, let's just see what's in it. Let's skip this shit.
That my mom for basic chili. If they're bad grams, it does up these bad beans, ground turkey, and you know the content, you can just put it in individually like that. It needs to de-thaw a little bit, but you can see we got some chickpeas in here.
Chickpeas are extremely estrogenic, tons of phytoestrogens. Those are going to give you gyno and love handles and increase your estrogen like a woman. Women are fat, like fatter than men. They can't get shredded because they have high estrogen. Chickpeas are estrogenic. What are you doing?
Here we got some kidney beans.
Beans are estrogenic too. Also, people think beans have protein, but the thing is they're not complete protein sources. So you don't even absorb the protein. You don't even convert it into muscle. You basically just like eat it and shit it out. Empty calories.
Ground turkey, some peppers.
More turkey, more corn soy fed turkey. Inflammatory, basically, like seed oils. Why would you eat that?
Garlic in there. It's
garlic's a nightshade. Peppers are nightshades. Not many micronutrients. Going to inflame your gut. Not really good.
Just super healthy meal. Probably
not healthy at all. Plus, there's tomatoes in there, and I assume there's a lot of pesticides in there because tomatoes are part of the dirty dozen. And you know, if those aren't organic, you're getting like tons of pesticides in there, bro.
Probably my most healthy meal of the day. Super high fiber, and I like to have fiber later at night.
Fiber is bullshit, guys. Fiber is just empty calories. It's just bullshit that sits in your gut and cleans out the pipes, bro. If you're just eating all high quality food, you don't need fiber.
One, gonna help me feel more satiated, and two, it's gonna slow the rate of digestion a little bit. So I tend to have a bit of a longer overnight fast. Like it'll usually be maybe 10 or 12 hours that I go without eating. So I try to cram a lot of fiber in, eat slower digesting sources of protein later in the day.
Why would you want to digest food slowly? Why wouldn't you just want to digest it fast?
Anyway, gonna heat this up again and enjoy.
So we're gonna heat it up in the microplastics, thin sheet plastic, and then heat it up in the microwave, which kills the nutrients in microplastics. Okay.
Do a little taste test.
Oh, with more pasteurized cheese on top, more empty calories.
Oh yeah, I also added about 15 grams of shredded cheese on top. I think it makes it taste so much better.
That would make me blow up the fucking toilet.
That's so good. I forgot to say also, my mom I think got this recipe online, so I'll put the link to the recipe in the description if you guys want to make it. I'd go the macros for the meal. So just got back from basketball, so I'm the day here in this thesis. I showed it earlier.
Buy his book so you can eat pasteurized dairy and protein powder and oats like everyone else and see no results.
So he says here, of potassium protein, primarily with cottage cheese.
Oh my god.
So cottage cheese is very slow digesting protein, primarily from casein.
See, that's how you know you're eating bullshit, when you need a million fucking different sauces. When you're addicted to processed food and processed sugar, you need all these bullshit sauces. Like, oh my god, bro. But when you eat whole foods only, you don't get addicted to processed sugar and you don't need those things. Like, there's studies showing that processed sugar is more addictive than cocaine. So when you're addicted to the fucking processed sugar, aka cocaine, it's like you're gonna need sauces with more sugar in it. But when you eat whole foods and you're not addicted to processed sugar, then you can just eat whole foods and it tastes amazing.
It forms a clump in your stomach, and then it takes time for those amino acids to be.
Why would you want a clump in your stomach? Like, why wouldn't you just want easily healthy, good digesting foods instead?
Digested and absorbed. So we're gonna go with some of that.
Yes, pasteurized dairy is bullshit.
And I've been eating that with some of these wheat thins over here.
Wheat thins, guys. Why would you want empty bullshit calories in your diet? Wheat, enriched flour, seed oils, pesticides, baked. Those things are like the definition of inflammatory.
So get a few of these crackers, dip it in the
Pure sugar going to make you fat, plus pasteurized dairy. This is just going to destroy your gut and make you fat.
cottage cheese. Don't knock it until you tried it. It's actually really good. Oh, and can't forget, good old kale salad.
Oh my God, guys, with oxalates, going to lower your test, more pesticides, no bioavailable nutrients. Oh my God, guys. This is just like bullshit, bro.
With some turkey breast.
Oh, more turkey, guys. More corn and soy fed turkey to top it
Ham
off.
salad, and I like to put a little bit of cheese on this meal too.
More pasteurized dairy.
Bam! I actually love cottage cheese. This is a treat.
In a microplastic container. You don't want to put wet shit in a microplastic container. Glass water bottle, guys.
I'm serious. It's so good. I love it, bro.
I gut would not love that, bro. The abs would not love that shit, bro. I mean, it's just like, if you eat this diet, you're not going to get shredded. You're going to be fat. I guarantee it.
I seriously love it. So serving.
Oh,
Same as the chili, I'll add a little bit of
it's like all processed.
cheese on top. I typically would just eat these as a snack when
What is that, bro? Chips and... I don't even know what those things are.
I'm watching TV. So lately I've been rewatching the Breaking Bad series. So but these are puffed potatoes. They're kind of like rice crisps, but obviously potato, I guess. But they're really
This
low.
is how your test crashes. When you are scared of fat, your test crashes. You need saturated fat. You need cholesterol. You cannot be eating fucking only carbs and protein.
Carb per serving, really high volume. So it just makes for like a really nice light snack. So yeah, I love these. If you haven't tried them, I don't know if they're available everywhere. We have them here in Canada, but yeah, these are awesome. So I'm gonna put the macros for this meal up here on the screen. We got 40 grams of protein,
No red
23
meat,
grams
no eggs, and that's why your voice sounds like a low test woman.
of fat, and 72 grams of carbs for 630 calories. So I'm gonna enjoy this last meal. I'm gonna flick on an episode of Breaking Bad over here. If you guys are interested in checking out the new nutrition guide, make sure you hit up that
Guys, if you want to eat processed bullshit food and be low test and not live long, eat this diet. Guys, I mean, this is it. This is the end of the video. But the moral of the story, guys, is that you need cholesterol. You need whole foods only. The more processed the food you eat is, the fatter you're going to be. 1,000%. 1,000%. And guys, if you need help actually getting jacked and actually seeing results as fast as I have and my other clients have, feel free to book a call with me for one-on-one coaching. And I guarantee I can help you get right with a real diet, a real training plan, a real, full day routine so you can be as healthy and as high test as possible. But guys, this guy's been lifting for 12 years. I've been lifting for 3 years. I'm just saying, if you want to fast track results and get your hormones right and actually be healthy, cut out the processed bullshit. Cut out the processed food. Book a call with me in the link in the description. I'll get you right, bro. But that's it for this video. Let me know if you disagree with me in the comments or what you guys think, or if you want me to react to anyone else. Honestly, yeah. Link some other videos of who I should react to or other influencers, and I will react to them as well and, rate their diets. But I would rate his diet like a 3 out of 10, honestly. 3 out of 10. For the average person, if you ate this, you would see no results. So 3 out of 10. But yeah, guys, that's it. I'll see you next video, and peace.